Hello, hope you're having a good day. Today we'll talk about the film titled Bureau 749. Bureau 749 is a top-secret research center dedicated to the study of unexplained phenomena, with branches strategically spread across the country. On June 5, 1992, a catastrophic accident shook a mine in southern China, leaving 47 dead. However, a boy was rescued from the collapsed shaft. While trapped, he discovered a hidden cave with seeds of mysterious organisms, remains of winged beings possibly of alien origin, and metallic fragments that seemed part of a ship. After the rescue, the case was classified and transferred to Bureau 749. 8 months later, the boy died of a strange illness, and his unborn child showed genetic anomalies. Authorities concluded that exposure to the unknown organisms caused these mutations. To contain the threat, they sealed the mine and sent the remains and fragments to the Hong Kong headquarters for analysis. 18 years later, a thick fog covered Hong Kong, sparking alarm. Although it posed no immediate danger, the phenomenon disturbed the population. During that time, Cao Guojiu, a retired scientist in a wheelchair, received an anonymous email with classified files from Bureau 749. The documents revealed the appearance of highly adaptable organisms in abandoned mines, capable of absorbing metals and proteins, hunting much larger prey, and camouflaging to ambush. During an inspection in a mine, investigators were attacked by giant tentacles that emerged from an underground lake. This, being nicknamed Organism Zero, posed an extreme threat. In response, Bureau 749 summoned Ma Shan, son of the 1992 survivor. Though he lived a normal life, Ma Shan shared an unexplainable bond with the mine's events. Upon learning this, Cao Guojiu tried to protect him, planning his escape and hiding him with an old military comrade. However, haunted by visions of the tentacles, Ma Shan returned to Sun Erniang's bar near the mine, where he ended up confronting a drunk harassing Erang Wo's wife. Displaying superhuman abilities, Ma Shan lifted the man and threw him out of the bar, revealing his powers for the first time. Worried, Cao Guojiu urged him to flee immediately, but Ma Shan refused, wanting to finish a mysterious gift for Guojiu, hidden under a large cloth. When Bureau 749 agents arrived at the bar, Ma Shan escaped with Sun Erniang's help. Upon inspecting the bar, the agents discovered the gift, a mini helicopter designed and built by Ma Shan, which astonished Guojiu. With no time to process it, Guojiu, Erniang, and Ma Shan fled by car, chased by Bureau drones. To shake them off, Erniang suggested Ma Shan take the subway. Once in the city, he was falsely accused of theft, prompting a crowd to chase him. He escaped but found the train empty. There appeared Xia Hua, a young woman with powers raised in Bureau 749, welcoming him and making it clear there was no escape. At the bureau, Xiao Dongbei, the director, greeted him as if he were home. Ma Shan had grown up there after his parents' death, before being adopted by Guojiu. In his childhood, other powered children bullied him for being different, except Xia Hua, who always supported him. The bureau asked for his help investigating Organism Zero, but Ma Shan refused. Xiao Dongbei pressured him, threatening to incriminate Guojiu for tax evasion and Erniang for selling illegal liquor. With no options, he agreed to collaborate. Before starting, Dongbei prepared a special test. In a training room, Ma Shan handed his backpack to Xia Hua and was attacked by remotely controlled metallic spheres. It felt like a video game, designed to force the activation of his mutant powers. Seeing Ma Shan was in danger, Dr. Chen Guang requested to stop the test, but Dongbei insisted on increasing the difficulty. Trapped between bullying memories and stress, Ma Shan unleashed his powers, altering the entire environment before everyone's stunned eyes. Xia Hua discovered his backpack contained medication that temporarily suppressed his mutation. Waking from a nightmare, Ma Shan decided to quit the tests, but Dongbei warned him of the consequences. Before leaving, she asked Xia Hua to watch over Ma Shan, trusting only her. Meanwhile, Bureau 749 received a report. Organism Zero had grown and would soon threaten the city. At the same time, Guoju contacted the media to alert about Ma Shan's disappearance, while Xiahua used her telekinesis to calm him, and Dr. Guang found the medication suppressed his genetic mutation temporarily. Ma Shan was brought before Organism Zero, and upon pressing his face against the glass, the creature began telepathically communicating with him. It proposed they join forces to destroy humanity. Surprised, Ma Shan kept the secret. Later, Dr. Chen Guang reviewed the data and confirmed that Ma Shan had made direct contact with the creature. He informed Qiao Dongbei, who demanded to know what they talked about. However, Dr. Guang explained it was impossible to understand, as they used an unknown frequency system. Ma Shan was taken to the chamber with the metallic fragments recovered from the mine, trying to activate a connection through a magnetic field. Upon approaching, Ma Shan was transported to a strange dimension where 3 alien entities greeted him. They explained that 50,000 years ago, they were transporting a malevolent monster, but their ship crashed on Earth. The core, designed to contain the creature, shattered into fragments, hiding their last vital energy. Only Ma Shan, bearer of their blood, could repair it. Refusing to get involved, Ma Shan tried to resist, but the entities passed through him, causing his wings to appear. His blood fell on the fragments, fusing them. At the same time, Organism Zero temporarily lost its powers, leading scientists to believe it had died. However, when Ma Shan lost consciousness, the fragments broke again and the creature awoke. Scientists concluded that the only way to defeat Organism Zero was for Ma Shan to complete his transformation and repair the core. Sensing danger, Organism Zero released thick fog over the city, turning birds into mutant creatures that flew to the mine to protect it. Soon, citizens reported attacks, spreading chaos and putting Bureau 749 under pressure. With no alternatives, Dongbei decided to accelerate Ma Shan's mutation to face Organism Zero. She planned a fake escape from the Bureau back to the shaft, forcing his full transformation. Though Ma Shan trusted Dongbei, she hesitated to manipulate him. Then they turned to Yan Yun, who pretended to be a mutant abused by the Bureau to earn Ma Shan's compassion. Together, they triggered a false emergency that opened all the headquarters doors. Seeing his chance, Ma Shan tried to escape and helped Yan Yun flee with him to the bar near the mine. Meanwhile, Dr. Guang and his team monitored Organism Zero's massive growth, and a special mutant squad was sent to capture Ma Shan. From the top floor of the bar, Qiao Dongbei finally found Qiao Guojiu holding the control stick of Ma Shan's missing mini-helicopter. Dongbei discovered that Guojiu was not just an ordinary man, but a former scientist from Bureau 749, active before she took command. Intrigued, Dongbei wondered why Guojiu created medicine to suppress Ma Shan's powers instead of speeding up his transformation. In truth, Guojiu had always worked for Bureau 749, studying the mine and monitoring Ma Shan, not to hide him but to keep him under surveillance. Guojiu finally confessed that Ma Shan never wanted to be a hero or a mutant. Knowing this, Ma Shan took his medicine to suppress his powers, unaware that Dongbei had replaced it with vitamin water, leaving his abilities intact. At that moment, Organism Zero attacked people near the mine with its tentacles, fully awakening Ma Shan's powers and forming his wings. Onlookers, thinking it was a trick, began photographing him, triggering childhood memories of being mocked for being different. Dongbei ordered his capture. Ma Shan was hit by a tranquilizer dart and, before losing consciousness, realized it had all been a setup, including Yan Yun. Bureau 749 confiscated and deleted all the photos from people's phones before transporting him back. On the way, Ma Shan woke up and overheard Xiahua defending him from accusations of being a monster. He relived the bullying he suffered as a child, which triggered his rage. He unleashed his power, destroyed the truck, and escaped. Later, Dongbei visited Guojiu's hidden lab, where she found experimental medicine. Guoju confessed he spent 10 years developing a drug to suppress mutations temporarily, not only in Ma Shan but also in Organism Zero. Due to their genetic link, what affected Ma Shan also affected the creature. Still, Dongbei believed the only way was to complete Ma Shan's transformation and repair the alien core. She asked Guoju to track him using an implant from the Bureau. Though he hesitated, Guoju agreed for humanity's sake. Days later, as the city was being evacuated, Guoju located Ma Shan atop a building. He tried to encourage him, saying having wings was a dream for many, and that Ma Shan was lucky, even if he saw it as a curse. He also admitted he never truly stopped working for the Bureau, and that bringing Ma Shan to the mine was part of a plan to study him. Learning that everyone he trusted had manipulated him only deepened Ma Shan's pain. Desperate, he fled in search of refuge, determined to cut ties with Bureau 749 for good. Dongbei made her final move as the city was being evacuated. Guoju urged his people to flee and gave Erniang money for her safety. At Bureau 749, the last resort was a nuclear strike, but Xiahua chose to find Ma Shan. Dongbei apologized and promised they would no longer hunt him. Guoju loaded his helicopter with medicine bombs to weaken Organism Zero. Erniang refused to flee and Guoju, moved, hugged her. Then, the monster awoke and began its destruction. Xiahua found Ma Shan at his old orphanage. Hurt by betrayal, he hesitated to help. Xiahua reminded him Guoju had always protected him, and when Ma Shan learned he was still near the mine, he called him. From the bridge, Guoju answered with emotion. He confessed he always saw him as a son and asked him to accept his fate. Then he sacrificed himself by using the medicine to stop Organism Zero, enabling the evacuation. Enraged, Ma Shan decided to return to the Bureau to repair the core and defeat the monster, but it sent flying creatures to stop him. During the chase, their car was attacked and Xiahua got trapped. Ma Shan used his power to save her, but they ended up surrounded in a skyscraper as the enemy closed in. Dongbei arrived in a helicopter and rescued Ma Shan and Xiahua, bringing them to Bureau 749. As Dongbei and her team fought the winged beasts, Organism Zero, freed from the medicine, advanced toward the base. Xiahua activated the magnetic field and Ma Shan spread his wings to repair the alien core. Dongbei sacrificed her life protecting the facility, apologizing to Ma Shan before she died. Organism Zero broke into the base, captured Ma Shan and pierced him with its tentacles, leaving everyone hopeless. As Ma Shan lay dying, the Air Force prepared to launch a nuclear bomb. At that moment, Ma Shan remembered his mother and how she believed he would do something great. His blood activated the core, freezing and destroying Organism Zero, while the accumulated metal formed a spaceship. 3 alien beings appeared, thanked Ma Shan, and asked him to keep protecting Earth. Years later, a museum honored the winged hero with an inscription, "From wounds, wings grow." Suddenly, a glass floated through telekinesis, giving Ma Shan a renewed sense of hope. Hope you enjoyed the video.